Hello, and welcome to the Light Institute Meditation. Here at the Sanctuary of Light at the Light Institute, we have a special way that we do our meditations for people and with people from around the world, so that we can utilize our meditations to experience our true selves and to open our consciousness, which is truly one of the deepest gifts of meditating. In the first part of the meditation, we ask our higher selves, which are the intuitive essences of our souls, our own inner voices, to take a form for us, so that as we bring them in, as we meditate with them, we have that capacity in our human consciousness to feel that we're linking up with something that is so cosmic, so divine. After we have brought our higher selves into our body, I'm going to make an Om sound so that you can push the button on your computer and meditate for as long as you like. Then the second part of the meditation is when we reach up into the cosmos and we pull down this beautiful beam of white light, because white light quickens our frequency. We pull it down through the top of our head and into our stomach, our solar plexus, which is the center of our emotional body. And from there we laser that white light out from us so that we're extending our presence. We're extending our electromagnetic energy out into the world. And that allows us to feel that we are here for a purpose. And we continue that drawing in and radiating it out with our breath through that part of the meditation, because it really expands your energy and frees you from the smallness or the constriction that we all feel, as if our bodies were holding us inside, which they are not. And so when we do that again, when we have practiced that, I'll do another sound, push the button again, and sit in meditation and do that beautiful loop of white light. You'll find that that calms you down, it clears your mind, it quickens your consciousness. And then in the third part of the meditation, each week people come from around the world with something that they would like for us to meditate upon. And each week it's something that is given from somebody. And this week, because in the northern hemisphere we're moving into the winter months, and so the meditation today is about the homeless people, whether they are people who have lost their homes because of war and strife, or they are people trying to find new homes, or the people who are actually living in the streets around the world. We're going to send them energy that will help them to find the safety of home. Even though we've been sequestered in our homes for a long time, most of us, we are so fortunate to have something that's called home, a point of safety, of comfort, of warmth. And there are so many of our soul friends, our soul families on this planet who do not have that right now. If you are extending an energy to them, you may be opening the threshold of what blocks them from finding what they need. And this is the beauty of focusing on the greater whole. So that just the awareness and the extension of light and energy from you out into that world of homelessness can create possibilities. It can create synergy that could help somebody to be taken care of and to be safe. So if you're ready, let's begin by closing our eyes. And we begin with our breath. So breathe in through your nose. A big breath, and hold it at the top. And now exhale through your mouth. A long, slow exhale triggers the brain into a meditative state. And once again, breathe in. And slowly exhale. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you at this moment. Whatever form comes, it could be a light or a being, a tree, an animal, an equation, a symbol. It doesn't matter. Ask it to take a form. Ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence. And imagine that touch. Focus on that part of your body that is receiving the touch at this moment, and breathe in to that touch so that your higher self is connecting to you, is aligning with you and you with your higher self. So breathe into that point of touch, and now draw your higher self into your body in that point, and sit in meditation with your own true higher self. Om. Take a deep breath into your body. Exhale slowly. Imagine that you're reaching up into the vast cosmos of light and pulling down a beautiful beam of white light down through the top of your head into your stomach, your solar plexus. And from there, laser that white light out from you, out into this world, across this planet, and back up into the sky, into the cosmos. And breathe in and pull it down, and exhale it out, and just continue that pattern of breathing and meditating and becoming more filled with light and giving that light out into the world. Om. Take a deep breath into your body. And allow your mind's eye to gather, your consciousness to gather to you all of the homeless people on this planet. Those that are sleeping in the streets, in the nature, those that are in camps that have lost their homes. Bring all of the homeless people that your higher self shows to you at this moment into your mind's eye. And ask them what frequency of light they need to find a home, to come to a point of safety, to open up the possibilities, the next step at their own evolution. And just see what color they show to you that will support them, help them, and ease this passage. And once you have a sense, you might hear the color, or see it, or feel it. Once you have the color, then as we did before, reach up into the cosmos and pull that exact tone, that exact frequency of light, that color, down through the top of your head as you did before, into your solar plexus, and from your stomach, laser that color out to all of humanity, to all of those who are homeless at this moment. And feel that that beam of light, that color that they have chosen from you, comforts them, opens them to new possibilities, frees them from being caught in that state. So just imagine that you continue to draw that color. You command that color to come in a beautiful channel from the cosmos through you, out through your solar plexus, your stomach, lasering it out. Feel as if it's being received by all of humanity, by all of the homeless, that they're drawing it in, and then it creates a shift. You might see them smiling or getting bigger or moving away. But send that light in this part of the meditation continuously until you feel the power of that shift, that there's a potential for all of them to find a new sense of home. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for doing that meditation. It's really powerful to know that through our consciousness, through our awareness, we can participate in changing our world. We are all here together. And those who are homeless as a reflection, as a whisper from their soul to ours. It says, fix this, help this, and we can. And now the second part of our Sunday meditation here is called knowings. When people, again, from around the world send in questions that they have, so that as we converse with those questions, we can uplift ourselves and everyone else. And so today, Alison will tell us the questions that have come to us.
The first question is from Scotland.
Scotland.
Dear Chris, I am powerful, wealthy, and very successful, and my parents still treat me like I'm 12 with no common sense, and I can never please them. And my children behave in the same manner with me. Apparently, I'm doing something wrong in my personal life that I can't seem to fix no matter how hard I try. Very tired of this. Can you help me do something other than leaving the whole lot behind?
That theme is a theme that, again, is heard around the world in every culture. And there are many facets and layers to it. I would begin by saying what you want to do, because we can't always change others, but we can change ourselves, is to really look inside and get a little giggle, about a little karmic giggle, about why you need so much for them to see you and why you want to please them. What I've noticed is that when we're pushing against someone, can't you see me? What can I do to make you love me or to please you? They back away. They are caught in a vicious circle of behavior that has been created by both of you. You called them in. We choose our parents, and our children choose us, and we get stuck in a pattern of seeing each other or relating to each other. You're the one, not them. You're the one that can break that pattern. Whether you want to say to them, look, I don't need you to see me, but this is how we will exchange. Or you can say nothing to them, but you can really work inside yourself. Where am I holding that need, very human need, for you to see me and acknowledge me? Imagine there's a place in your body that holds that encapsulation of that theme, and then bring your conscious awareness to that place and ask it what frequency of light it needs to be released, so that you don't have to get rid of the lot. You can get rid of that need for them to see you. We don't belong to our parents. Their karma with us is to bring us in and to, again, show us any patterns or any energies that need to be balanced from some incarnational repertoire that we have with them. And so when you say, it's okay if they don't see me, I will be myself. You know, you can trust yourself to be rational. You can trust yourself. And so you can go on in that way. You are not 12 anymore. You can go on. And so once you've found that place in your body and what frequency of light, what color does it need? Because light is the cosmic language of communication. And you draw that color into that place in your body, you will feel that you begin to actually wash that out, that you begin to feel a shift inside yourself that frees you. And of course, again, the cosmic giggle is not what they are doing with you, but what you are doing with them. So the other side of that would be to extend light to them. Another cosmic exercise in consciousness could be bringing them into your mind's eye. Certainly anytime you're going to talk to them on the phone or be with them or any of those things would be to bring them into your mind's eye and ask them what frequency of light they need from you to be released from this karmic entanglement, so that as you free them, they can free you. Now, when you're feeling hurt or angry or any of those emotional aspects in relationships, one of the things that heals that so well is to allow them to give you a frequency of light, to receive from them an energy that they want to give to you. So you could also just simply say, what color do you need to give to me to come into balance and harmony in my life now? And then just open your consciousness and feel as if you're receiving that light. And then just imagine that you're letting them go. So you let them go karmically, but not necessarily in the third dimensional relationship aspects. You can move through this. It's you that holds that. There is a way that the emotional body functions through association and conclusion, which means that when you were 12 and they treated you as if you couldn't decide anything or do anything, your emotional body is still looking for them to do that. So they might be saying something or doing something that isn't that way at all, but you interpret it that way. And that's why we want to get above that kind of energy, so that we are all set free. There is a cosmic giggle in that. And it may be that you lorded over them in some incarnation, and they are showing you what it is to learn to trust yourself and to not be stuck in any particular timeline or energy stratification with anyone else in relationship. And so the more that you bless them with your consciousness and release them, the easier it will be to actually discover that you can change this kind of relationship with them, with your children, and with the world. I send you my support and great love. Allison, what is the second question?
The second question is from Israel. And
Israel.
Where does self-righteousness come from?
Well, my higher self talks about that in a book I wrote called The Evolution of God. And it would refer to it as sort of the Judeo-Christic ethic. In other words, righteousness is a word that has always been used in religious structure and protocol and all of that squeezy kind of stuff. You have to be this way, you have to be that way to please God, kind of similar to this conversation we just had. And so righteousness and self-righteousness really simply means that I have a need to be righteous within myself. And the way that we do that, all of us, is to look upon the world or other people and see them as lower than ourselves. We put ourselves up. That's the righteousness. Look at the wars and the slaughtering of humans that have come from religious thought forms like righteousness, self-righteousness. We are the righteous. We are those chosen by God. We are the ones who know how to connect with the higher frequencies, and the rest of you don't. And that is self-righteousness. And it plays itself out in all manner of relationship. It's something that we really want to release, because underneath that need for righteousness and that self-identification through I am the righteous and you're less than me is always a deep, deep wobble of insecurity, of unsureness, of a sense that maybe I'm not. And so I cover that. I always note that when people are very adamant about how good they are, they're holding guilt. And guilt and blame and judgment and self-righteousness, those are all a part of the Judeo-Christic ethic. Jesus, the Christ, the great avatar, he would never have used that technique or those thoughts, ever. He would always look for the holy in each one. He would find the righteousness in each being, rather than define the self as better than. But what happened, of course, is that when his presence left, and then those who were left behind, and that brought about the churches, that brought about the structure of what is it to be like this, That is the source of self-righteousness. They began to say, this is good and this is not. Christianity never touched that when there was an avatar, a Jesus the Christ walking the planet. So we want to recognize it inside ourselves. And again, you can use this exercise in consciousness. Where am I holding self-righteousness? The need to be righteous, whether that is to win an argument or a war, or to feel oneself more holy than the rest. It happens in all religions. Find it inside yourself. Use light to release it from you. It does not serve. It only creates separation. And it indeed has nothing righteous about the pattern of it. So have a little giggle and let us all remove that from ourselves, and we will find that it will not be reflected to us through the mirror of the outside world. We do not need to be righteous. We just need to be our true divine selves, full of compassion, full of humor, full of love. Blessings to you. Thank you for the question. And Allison?
The last question is from Louisiana, U.S.A. Dear Chris, for the first time, I just heard one of my friends sing. She has a cranky personality and a terribly harsh speaking voice. But when she sang, her voice and face transformed into something angelic. I was astounded. Will you please discuss what happens spiritually when someone sings?
Oh, I love that question. First of all, it's very important to realize that this voice box, this whole throat area that brings out the sound of our voice, is spiritually considered to be the throat chakra or center of energy that brings in from this point of knowing in the third eye in the pineal area. It brings it down, and it brings from the heart a point of communication. So this is a point of communication that brings the head and the heart together, the knowing and the love together, and expresses it. So right there you can see how it is that when someone begins to sing, that gravelly, I want to tell you about whatever, goes away. And there is something that changes. I love to watch people sing because it's not only the sound that comes out of them, that is a sound that is uplifting. It is different when you are using those kinds of echoes or notes rather than just your plain regular voice. It allows you to shift into something else. If you watch singers, and I love to watch singers, their whole face will change. Some people sing through their throat. Some people sing by placing their tongue in a certain way. Their mouths go from side to side. Their faces change. Their eyes change. Their whole body changes when they sing because they become something more than the part that says, this is who I am, and this is how I survive, and how I feel safe, and how I wield in the world, and this is how I relate to you. But when we sing, in fact, we are really singing with our soul energy, with our true spirit. We sing with a part of ourselves that's actually true. And in fact, we actually sing for ourselves. So I recommend that you try it. Try singing in front of a mirror. Watch your face and watch how you orchestrate those sounds. When you're just talking, like I'm just talking to you, I'm just using my mouth. But if I were to sing to you, I would be forming with my tongue and with my mouth to bring those sounds out. And that is like a mudra. It's a different frequency. It comes from something that is profoundly ourself. I think it's very important to sing to yourself, to hum for yourself. When you hum, you activate your vagus nerve, which heals your whole body and aligns your whole body through this point of communication, this neck area. And so I hope that you will hum and sing and hear those sounds and practice the sounds that you make for yourself You don't have to do it for anyone else, but do it. In times past, we had a wonderful thing that I always thought was very powerful, which was sing your name. Sing your name and see what happens as your body will relax, as your body will align to that. It's a way of saying, not with righteousness, not with I'm the best in the world, but with truth. I am the vibration of my name. We know spiritually that beings coming in, will actually influence the name chosen by their parents for them. So practice singing your name and see how that allows you to be comfortable in who you truly are and the purpose of your life, and why you are bringing a vibration out into the world. I give you my support and great love.